welcome. You're watching a rolling coverage of Budget 2026. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has presented her 9th consecutive budget today, inspired by 3 kartavyas or responsibilities to accelerate and sustain economic growth by enhancing competitiveness, fulfilling aspirations and ensuring every family, community and region has access to resources and opportunities for participation. Income taxpayers who were expecting tax rebates or standard deduction changes did not get that relief, but the overall focus of this budget, it seems, has been on taking the nation forward as a whole. We're living in slightly troubling geopolitical times, and what India requires really is a sustained effort to move forward together, and hopefully that's what this budget gives us. Joining me on the broadcast is Mr. Sukanta Majumdar, Minister of State for Education. Mr. Majumdar, thank you so much, sir, for joining us on NewsX. I, of course, have to begin by asking you, how do you expect, sir, this very high-powered committee that has been announced in the budget this time around for vocational training to actually be implemented in some of our Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities? Because that's been a conversation for a long time, sir. How do we uplift the Tier 2 and Tier 3?
See, in case of education, as mentioned by the Honorable Finance Minister, this is the E to E, that means from education to employability and employability to enterprise. So this is the target, as for the several years it was a debate whether our education system is adequate enough to impart the education that can make a person skillful, because nowadays the economy is driven by the skills, not by the number of certificates you have with you. So I think this is an initiative which will, this high power committee, obviously it will come into existence within maybe within few months, and then it will it will do a study, or they will do their course of work, and they will suggest what to do to make our young generation more employable, because it is a gap between our educational institution and the market, because our products, the human resource, that is our product, and that is not ready for the market, and this was the overall kind of perception we are getting from the employers. So that's why I think it is very important, and it will create a change in the education system of the country.
Dr. Majumdar, speaking of gaps, sir, there's of course a lot of focus once again in the budget on AI and AI education. How are you foreseeing, and how are you foreseeing your ministry specifically now implementing the larger vision of bringing AI to each and every individual in India, especially the youth of India?
Yes, it is a continuous effort, and AI already it has become the integral part of the education. And from the CBSE school books, or it may be the AICT curriculum, which is the guideline for the engineering colleges and the other technical educational institutions. But AI is an integral part, and we cannot avoid this. So from the school level, our child are getting exposure towards the AI. Even in this time also, a new initiative has been taken by the government, as mentioned by Nirmala Sitharaman ji, that this animation, visual effects and gaming and comics, that is the AVVGC centers will be open in the schools, and as well as 500 colleges. The total school that we are planning to cover, it is 15,000 and 500 colleges, and this will give an exposure to these new skills directly from the school as well as in colleges also, and it will be helpful for the students, and our students will be much more skillful in these areas.
Okay, Dr. Majumdar, I must ask you, for some of the younger audience members who are watching, or their parents who are watching, if there is one key takeaway or one key scheme that you'd like to mention and really inform our viewers. Of course, everyone's watched the budget speech, but in the overall picture, we sometimes miss out on the specific nuances of certain sectors. So since I have the privilege of having you with us and education is such a critical part of taking India forward. Any specific scheme or anything that you'd like to highlight, sir, for parents as well as young India to really look out for and maybe check out online as well?
There are several things those have been announced in this budget. It may be the 5 university township, the opening of 3 new NIPERs. That is another aspect. And not only so, the 7 pre-existing or existing NIPERs to be upgraded also, that has been mentioned in the budget. But the most importantly, the thing I want to mention in this budget, that is the girls' hostel will be opened in each and every district of the country. That will, improve the GER in girls in the education system of this country. And when a girls get educated, the whole family will get educated. And special stress will be given on the girl child. Those are engaged in STEM education. That is the science, technology, engineering, this kind of education, the girls, because they sometimes, they don't have the hostels, so they, face the difficulties to achieve their dream. This initiative, when we will open this girls' hostel in every district, then it will help those girl child to touch their dream.
All right.
So this is the, I think, kind of a initiative which is very unique and will be, you will be path-breaking in the education system of India.
And Dr. Majumdar, of course, this budget also comes, as I've mentioned earlier as well, during very interesting geopolitical developments that are taking place. So I must understand from you, do you feel that we have now set the stage for India to deal with Donald Trump's trade war?
So I don't want to mention anyone's name. It is maybe your arena. But India is trying to become a self-reliant, that is Atma-Nirbhar. And that's why it's maybe Bio-Pharma Shakti Mission. We have allocated this in this budget, 10,000 crore rupees has been allocated. Or it may be the pre-existing this 40,000 crore has been allocated in the IT and all these things, semiconductor mission, AI, innovation. So India will become the self-reliant. Without becoming self-reliant, we can't be the Viksit Bharat. So this is the motto, right. And this budget is just nurturing those things.
Dr. Majumdar, one last question, sir, before we thank you. I have to understand from you, very interesting announcements have also been made for the education sector, and especially the youth of India, in some of the recent FTAs that we have signed. How soon do you think that those will come into implementation, and how soon will we start benefiting from those?
Yes, we have signed a very good deal with the European Union. So it will create a huge market for us. And in most of the cases, especially in case of textile industry, we will have a huge market. And in Asia, within few years, we will become the leaders in especially areas also.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Majumdar, for joining us on NewsX with that perspective. Appreciate your time, sir, on an important